many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things, I gotta just let it all out. I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about, telling me I should do this, telling me I should do that, telling me things about rap, talking the truth and that stab in my back that will knock me off track. No, too many things have been building, been hard to deal with, I just been drinking. Remember my moves in the past, I'm wondering what was I thinking. Lately I'm living in fear, wondering what if the end is so near. All of this shit going on, the shootings are strong, one shot to the head and I'm gone. I'm losing control but I can't let it go, cause I'm trying to get more. And I've been in the moment, I've been in the zone, and I'm moving alone. I don't pick up the phone when my family call, I've been doing it wrong and I don't know what's happening. Trying to get what I just been imagining, getting close and I just been examining all of the fake shit the game has been packaging. I've been keeping it real, I've been doing what...
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog this week. We are so excited to answer all the questions, and you guys had some great questions, so let's kick it off.
Alright, so the first question we're going to talk about is Kristen Brandon's question. She asked about how your cycle as a lady affects your performance in the gym. Alright, now as far as generally speaking what happens to every woman, there really is no answer for that. It's going to affect each woman differently. Alright, so all you can worry about is how it affects you personally. If you don't quite know how it does, start keeping a little journal in your workout notes, that's fine. And then once you figure out how it does, say it affects your maximal strength. Personally, that's what it affects for me. So if I'm doing a 1 rep max that day, I'm probably not going to hit my normal max, and I'm certainly not going to PR. But don't be hard on yourself, all right? Just focus on the things that you can do that day. So for me, I focus on my accessories for the day, all right? And just really focus on good muscle engagement, and I just do what I can do. I definitely do not take a day off from the gym though, all right? Because there's always something that you can do. And a lot of people find that movement actually helps their symptoms. But again, your mileage may vary. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody.
Sure is.
All right, the next question came from Sean Ritter, who asked, when it comes to pre-workout, BCAAs, etc., should you cycle on and off, and is there such a thing as consuming too much? All right, now when it comes to BCAAs, no, there's no reason to cycle on and off. Can't really consume too much. All right, for the pre-workout side of things, you know, there's a lot of ingredients in pre-workouts. Really all you need to worry about as far as consuming too much might be the stimulant part of it, caffeine or whatever else is in your stimulant in your particular brand of pre-workout. Now if you find that you are kind of becoming immune to the stimulant in your pre-workout, then yes, you can cycle on and off, but just keep in mind if you're also drinking coffee and soda and tea and whatever else, then you're not really cycling off of caffeine, all right, and stimulants in general. In other words,
yes, something that I do is I'm not loyal to a certain brand of protein, BCAAs, or pre-workout. I kind of mix it up because I am convinced that I will build up a tolerance. No, that's not going to happen. I need to get in here and I need to lift this building and I need to relocate this building and know that I just gave my maximum effort. So.
Love it. All right, so we have another great question from Lindsay. Her question is, how should you approach building lagging strength and or flexibility when it affects one side more than the other? That's an awesome question, Lindsay. And so there could be a couple reasons. Number one, it could be a neurological issue. So your brain might be more hardwired to be on one side versus the other. A great example of that is which hand do you write with? I prefer my right hand over my left hand. So that could be it. What you want to do is train both sides, because as you train both, they'll both neurologically get better. Another reason it could be a soft tissue issue. So what it could be is your brain kind of stopping you from that movement. Just like if you were to walk and you step on a tack, your body will instantly bring your foot up. So what I recommend is you try to do some mobility on whatever area is your lagging area, see if that helps, and if it doesn't, then just continue to work your lagging muscles on both sides of your arms, and you will see an increase in both sides as well. Lindsay, you have another question. Your second question is some favorite abs strengthening movements and ways to get creative for your abs. I love abs, and so what I try to do is I break it down weekly. So I have 3 main focuses that I go after. They're body weight, so body weight is like sit-ups, crunches, leg lifts, anything with body weight. The second is heavy, so I'll use Atlas stones, med balls, plates. I'll do anything that requires my abs to have something heavy, lifting them up or setting on top of my abs. And third, isometric. So whether it's a plank, a handstand hold, something like that. Now I make sure that weekly I hit all of those areas, and then within that I get creative. So I never do the same movements every week, but I just make sure to check the list. So either if I'm at the gym doing heavy, or I'm at home while I'm watching TV, I'll knock out some crunches or some sit-ups. I make sure to hit that broad base of 3 focuses and then just get creative. The biggest thing is just get creative. And you can train your abs pretty much as much as you want. I typically do 3 to 4 times a week.
I know that's right, Jesse. I recommend 4 rounds of everything.
4 rounds, you can never go wrong. Alrighty, and your last question, Lindsay, is another awesome question. I know you work super long hours. You work like 12 to 13 hours a day, up to 13 days in a row, and you said that your knees tend to get very sore and uncomfortable because either you're standing or you're kneeling. What I suggest, I'm not sure if you're doing this already, but wear some knee pads. If you think you're going to catch some heat from putting on some knee pads, try to maybe wear them underneath your pants. And then the second thing, because you're kneeling, your hamstrings are probably shortening as you're kneeling, and then when you go to stand up, it's hard to lengthen them out. So I would recommend stretching your hamstrings, stretching your calves, and your quads. So try all those things out and let us know. And lastly, if you're still having issues, hit up one of the team leaders, Schiff up there, Jordan, and we'll help you out. But great questions, Lindsay.
All right, so Kimmy had a question. She said suggestions for exertion headaches during these real hot months. So the first things first is we need to figure out what's causing the exertion headache. So usually it's a lot of tight neck muscles, things like that. So you can try cupping, massaging, trying to get things to loosen up over there, and then drinking tons of fluids, more like water. Drink a ton of water. And also, try keeping your head neutral, so your spine, a neutral spine when you're lifting. So not tilting your head up as you lift too would be another helpful thing.
Okay, so Nikita had 2 questions. The first was about an ideal body position for strict pull-ups. Great question, Nikita. We need to go back and think about what is the principle here. So we're wanting to work our lats and our biceps when we do pull-ups. So as long as you are concentrating on beginning the movement with your lats and finishing with the arms, then you're doing the movement correctly. A hollow body position is a great way to do a strict pull-up. So try to go with a hollow position. You can bend your legs though, so as long as you're focusing on lats and biceps. And then your second one was about an arch when you're benching. So we are actually going to show a video right now about that.
Awesome. So what we got going on here is Kate's laying on the ground, more like a floor press than a bench, but obviously her legs will be laying down in a bench. When you get set up on a bench, the best position is really what Tyler said, which is you want to set up as though you're trying to throw a human off of you. If you guys are grappling or something like that, it's this heaving body position, the way your body is naturally built to get somebody off of you, right? So Amanda's going to lay down on Kate real quick. Good deal. And then if Kate really wanted to get Amanda off of her, she's squeezing, she's going to naturally arch and press. Yep, and that's going to be her press position as she's trying to kick her off of her over the top. So when we lay down on the bench, let's go to that. Awesome. So she sets up here in that same position. She drops her butt down, she holds here, and now she would go ahead and grab a bar. And that would be that same general setup as she was doing on the ground. Now, if you don't have quite this much thoracic mobility, she can still flatten out her butt a little bit. So flatten your low back for me, Kate. Yep, so she flattens out, but still in her mind's eye, she's going to press with her legs into a heaving position to drive into that barbell. Same thing, exactly. And so if you don't have great mobility, even setting it up in your mind's eye as though you're trying to push somebody off of you more than just a barbell is going to be a great setup. So let's go ahead and try it.
All right, so cool. Keep that in mind while you're benching.
Awesome, and we have a great nutrition question from Grace. She says, best healthy carb sources. Should they always be gluten-free because of inflammation? The answer is always gluten-free. Am I right, Candy?
Always.
Yes. Gluten really causes inflammation, and inflammation is attributed to so many health issues, really a lot of autoimmune disorders, and honestly, for me, bloating. Like, I don't want to be bloated. So definitely keep it gluten-free. Now, when it comes to the best healthy carb sources, for myself, I typically do rice. I like rice, sweet potatoes, some white potatoes. I keep it, not that many, but sweet potatoes, rice, brown rice, quinoa if you want that. but definitely take gluten out, because they say it takes approximately 7 to 10 days to get gluten out of your body. So if you're eating that just once a week, you're never truly feeling like relief from that. And then really, I've had about 8 years of testing myself, because I've been gluten-free for 8 years. And I'm gonna pop up this picture of myself before, when I was a vegetarian and I ate gluten. And now guys, you can see the after picture. It's 8 years of eating no gluten. I'm completely gluten-free. I'm on a macro-based diet. I'm no longer vegetarian, so I eat lots of protein, about 130 grams of protein daily, and I'm training on Iron Up. So lifting weights, no cardio anymore, lots of meat, macro-based, and I love it. So I really recommend, Grace, that you go gluten-free. Try it for 30 days. Try being completely gluten-free for 30 days, and then introduce gluten, and you'll see a huge difference. So great question.
We have our last question is from Katie, and it's another nutrition question about how often should you recalculate your macros. It's an awesome question. So we would say to recalculate your macros every 5 to 10 pounds that you lose from your true weight. Your true weight is when you wake up in the morning, you haven't eaten anything, haven't worked out yet, so that's what you want to base off your macros off of, because throughout the day your actual weight fluctuates so much between eating, between water, how much water you have, when you worked out. So wake up in the morning, weigh yourself, and then every 5 to 10 pounds, recalculate your macros, and you should be good to go.
Don't forget to pee first before you weigh yourself.
Right. That's true.
Every ounce counts, people.
Minimal clothing.
Yes, minimal clothing.
Awesome, Militia. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We sure did. You guys had some sweet questions, and we hope to do this in the future. Remember, Booyah, never quit.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time.